Hello, hello, welcome back to Have a Go. Prospecting today. Come out to Deep Creek. We're in the Mogo State Forest and really long drive to get down here. We'll show you a bit of the road later. Out with the teammate Jeffro today. Pretty much big hill up here. We've just had to park at the top, walk down. Tributary that comes along. Lots of bars and bedrock in it, so we thought we'd better investigate. We've picked a spot. It's got water. It's the most important thing. Next thing, it's got big rocks sitting right where we want to kind of have a look. And then up here, we've got the only bit of clean pool in the area. Give you a quick look. Some nice quartz rocks in there. So that's why we're pretty interested, because it is a quartz bearing creek, so must have at one stage been mined up and dropped down here. So let's check out these bars. I haven't actually had a good look yet. Nice and smooth. You tell that this has been getting a lot of friction over the years, or it's actually been cut out, and this is just the insides of the bedrock here. Looks pretty blocked up on that side. Has it been looked at? You've got a big cutout in here. Actually looks like diggings just there, or the creek's been punching up through that way back in the day. But we might as well just have a little look here. You can see a lot of big rocks in there getting caught up, and a lot of fines on this side yet to be thrown over here. So obviously others have had a scratch. Some little animals, nice quartz. Those rocks haven't been touched in a while. And everything goes alright. This should be pretty goldy. Oh, you can see, you can actually see the quartz line in the rock there. That's probably what they were chasing around here, that quartz seam there. So that's pretty cool. We'll have to have a look in there. A lot of rocks built up in that little crack there as well. Seems to be a feeding spot, rushing through there and through there. Alright, well, we've got the sluice today, so we're going to set up the low banker and bucket some water through it to check this out. So let's get set up. Right, as we can see, a lot of big river rocks, and then the usual suspect, this really muddy stuff which should be carrying the gold. So we just sieve all that down. And we're just going to run it down the sluice today, see if there's anything here at all. Actually be pretty interesting to find out. Nice little creek, except for the drive down. Alright, the bucket's nearly full. I'm going to show you the best thing I've seen since sliced bread. Now, as you see, we're talking about this trib that comes through here. Perfect little jump spot in there, and it is big rock soil here. I don't know what's happened. It's like it's all shaly, breaking up bedrock, and look how deep it goes right in this corner spot. And that, I think that goes underneath the rock, and it is just the beautiful clays and muds sitting right up against this rock pinch here. As you can see, big rocks in there, nice and shaly. And also everything coming up and over this hill here, slowly was sliding into it. Lots of little gravels and stuff. And you can see here, these rocks aren't straight into the ground. They're like separate, and there's gaps in them and stuff, and that's where I'm guessing the gold's going to be. So we're going to process these soon. Jeffrey's pretty buggered, so we'll get into it. Let's find some gold. Alright, so we've just cleaned the mats, and we didn't really see much, but when we wiped the mats down, there's definitely some gold in it. And I think I found out why. Because upstream, there's a gold mine. That's what's going on here. I walked up there and I found it, and had some really nice quartz in it, and we decided to pack up, but we thought we'd just do this mat. So there is gold here, little speckles, but that was just 2 buckets. So I reckon if we dug a bit more through this channel and even upstream a bit further, it'll really thicken up. Alright, so I've come about, I don't know, 200 meters up the creek, and you can see there's a lot of bedrock in the creek here. And I came up here just earlier, and this is what I noticed, right? Nice upstream bend, and I noticed this pile of rocks here. I don't know if you'll really be able to see him on the camera, but see, someone has stacked this pile of rocks here. And when you look at the rocks, they're all beautiful quartz. Like someone's mined these out, stuck them in a pile, and then have whatnot. And I noticed up the back here, there's actually a bit of an inn. So we're gonna go check it out. Now, I didn't get to go get the gold monster. So too much of a walk up the hill, but I don't know if you can see that there is an open cut mine there. Not an open cut, but it is so overgrown. Get out of me way! Get out me way! Alright, there we go. Now we can have a bit of a gander in there. Let's go have a look. Get! Alright, and just like that we are in. This now looks like they've just been going straight in underneath this rock here. You see that? It's all the shale in the bedrock. Maybe more shale. But they've definitely had a good go at it. It's got moss on the walls, so it's been here a while, nice and open. I wish I had the detector in here because this would be worth a look. Now, it's just got a lot of the old river rocks sitting on top of it here. They'd probably be alright testings. See, that's still all in situ. That's just crumbling now. Look at that. Beautiful. Again, we've got that same rock that was outside, just this quartz, filled with quartz stringer. Not sure if it's gold bearing, but we found gold in the creek, so I'm wondering if this is where they were pulling it out of. It's pretty insane. Let's see if we can have a look at some of these rocks here. So you can see it's just quartz. Quartz stringers. Nice and oily. So they say they like it, nice and oily. And look at that, that's just beautiful, isn't it? Oh my goodness. I need to take some samples out of this. Beautiful stuff. So we're just pretty much just going to run the sluice out the front. I wonder if they found anything in this. But I don't know why they would do all this digging for nothing. Even that bit there, just sitting there, so fragile. I shouldn't probably touch it or play with it. You get that when you're exploring. Look at that. Very nice. Well, let's go do some out the front testing here. It's definitely a nice size. What they've done here, just straight into the rocks and overgrown ever since. So let's hope there's some gold here. Alright, so this is just up a little bit further. Notice more exposed rock up in here. Again, bedrock in the creek. And they probably would have seen this first off, I think, because the water kind of comes thumping down this direction here and up over the wall, and it would have opened up that bedrock for him to have a look at. So we're still getting quartz in the creek as well, so it's coming from around here somewhere. This nice big pool. Wow, very clean water, lots of big rocks up the front. One little passage for it to get through over there. Looks like the old timers have dug that out, to be honest. And good, that's a great crack there. You could probably scratch around these bits of bedrock here, because if you notice, see how it's kind of catching it all up against the wall there. And then same thing over here, it's off the bedrock down into here, and this would be the gold trap before it hits that bit of bedrock there and can get out of here. See that? Someone's had a dig over there. That's a good little pool. And then you see the height here? These rocks are up here and these rocks start down here, so you're a lot lower down here. It looks like it goes on up there for quite a while. Have a quick look. Again, nice rocks in the water, lots of quartz. Go up the creek a little. Starting to open up a little bit now. See See again, great quartz in the creek. Let's go suss that bit out. It's full of iron, this one. See that? Not to say that all quartz is gold bearing, but it's a good sign to see this here. Means it's leaching out of somewhere. There's another great example. A bit of quartz, nice and dirty. That's what you want. Now I'm pretty sure that is a piece of gold sitting on that rock there. It's looking just about shiny enough. Just sitting here, you know how I said the old timers, they must have cut this out. See how smooth that is there, and it runs off. And that, see if I can block it up a little, slow it down. That's a bit of gold sitting in there. There's probably more. It's a good sign. Very good sign. Entering in through here somewhere, climbing the rocks. Well, we need to start digging. Let's have a look. Alright, so now for our gold, we're going to start setting up between these two rock piles where their mine's right here. Hopefully, you can see they've pretty much plonked their rocks right out the front of their hole. So we're just going to clean up some of this here and try and get some shovels in a bucket, and let's do some dirt. Let's get it running. Now, you will not believe the struggle we are having trying to get our stuff on the cart up the hill. We've got halfway up. It is a monster climb, and the cart's new, it's not liking it, so struggling through. We've made it home. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything new up at that new spot. We probably did a bucket up there, but I don't know, it's hard to say, but there's gold in that creek, so that's a positive. Good to find out, and I never redid any of this, so there might still be something there, but anyway, deep creek.